what to expect on this channel in 2023. Let's talk about it today with my buddy Crypto here.
Yeah, another year down. It's been good. Although we've been going for how many years now? Over 3.
This is year 3, and we also just hit 20,000 subs at the beginning of this year. From the bottom of my heart, I honestly did not expect it to go this far. Why that many people want to listen to us talk about books, I don't know. But we absolutely appreciate every minute that you spend with us. Here's to 2023.
I remember we hit 1,000 and I thought it was a miracle. So 20,000 is just, oh my, I just thank you everybody. It's a really cool feeling.
We've accomplished a lot. Pretty soon we're going to be finishing up our demons in-depth discussions in terms of these in-depth series are the ones where we have like the before and then a chapter by chapter breakdown. We'll have almost finished up all of Dubliners by James Joyce and push out a before you read Dubliners talk.
Yeah.
We've been doing really in-depth on Cain by Gene Toomer. We've just done a lot of really in-depth reading that has been very satisfying for me, and I'm just glad other people can enjoy it as well. So let's talk about what are some other things that we're going to accomplish, because if you didn't know, editing's my jam. I love editing. I used to work in the editing world. Obviously, I like decorating and such like that. But we always kind of plan 3 in-depth reads each year. And we've already discussed this. This is kind of, based on your feedback we put a poll out there, which I was shocked by. Can you believe the results of this poll?
Yeah, we're definitely going to do Don Quixote and Ulysses. I mean, they couldn't pick a better book. It's fantastic. I've read it, so it'll be really cool to visit after all these years. So it's almost like a gift that we've been given. So thank you for that. I was just very surprised that they wanted Don Quixote over Ulysses.
I haven't done much research on what's available out there. I'm more than happy to go into detail on that one. I've actually never read it cover to cover. I've only had to cover certain parts of it for my literature classes a long time ago. So I'm excited to jump back into that.
Yeah, in the 1990s.
Don't date me. All right, third, and not surprisingly, because we do have a lot of in-depth Russian discussions, is Master and Margarita by Bulgakov. So that'll be one. I need to get with Brandon on when he could get together with us and kind of chat with us on that one, kind of do some live streams on that one. Might be pretty fun. But those will, right now, with our current structure, I can do about 3 in-depths a year mentally with work. This is a hobby for
physically.
Fun for us. Yeah, emotionally, spiritually.
Yeah. Hey, on some of these stories, for sure. War and Peace. Woo!
So I guess that's a good question let's talk about with our audience. So you watching right now, this is a part where I need your help. We traditionally have done about 3 in-depth reads a year. Like I said, we're about to wrap up Demons. This year's plans are Ulysses, Don Quixote, and Master and Margarita. Do you like that setup? Do you want more in-depth? Because on top of these in-depths, we have usually about twice as many just general books, right? Like in terms of quality levels, have like 1 book reviews. And particularly some books don't need in-depth. Well, at least I don't think the audience would tolerate that much discussion for some of these books. But do you like this setup? Do you like kind of like 3 in-depth, maybe twice, 9 times as many books? And then we do about 75 short stories a year, roughly. And we started doing more poems. Is this a good setup? Like, what do you want to see more of? I guess that's my question.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to cater to the audience. I mean, this is a hobby. It's for fun. But I guess the point that you always have to take in consideration is there's give and take, right? If we are going to do 6 in-depth a year or more novels, then obviously we're not going to be putting out 75 short stories. So there would have to be some type of give and take sacrifice to that. But yeah, I would like to hear the viewers' thoughts of, hey, cut back on the short stories, throw out some more sci-fi, fantasy, horror novels, just things where we sit down and you and I chit chat for 30 minutes on a book. We could definitely do more of those if that's what the people wanted, or more skits. We haven't done skits in a while.
That's true. I'll throw some stats at you here real quick. So last year, in 2021, we read 14 books together. In 2022, we only read 9. All right. But that doesn't mean we went down in books. We actually went up. So we read 21 books in 2021. We actually had 26 books reviews in 2022. So we had more single book reviews where either you or I just recorded our own individual thoughts without the other. And then, like you said, about 75-ish, roughly. It's just, instead of all short stories, we interspersed more poems this past year. And in terms of like our focus, in terms of like literature from Black authors, from Latin American authors, from female authors, Russian, Asian, the stats have looked kind of similar. Like they haven't changed too much, but yeah, that's pretty much been our breakdown. So I guess the question is, what do you give up to have more of? Do you want to see more in-depth, less short stories? Do you want to see more short stories, less just one-off book reviews? That's kind of what the information that I'm looking for is what do you want to see in 2023?
Yeah. I mean, we've always said over the last couple of years, because it did feel like that first year in 2020, it was the schedule drove us, right? And then we realized, hey, let's take a step back, and that it was, what did you always say? It's a
goal, not a whip.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to see the schedule month to month, join the Discord, and you can see what our kind of monthly breakdown is, where we try to do the roughly, we post 2 videos a week, and we do 2 short stories recorded almost every week with the novels interspersed, and then throw in the fun stuff like the food vlog or a tag or things like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously we do this for fun and for you and me, but it'd be nice to know what the audience wants.
And I might have some other hidden things up my sleeves in terms of like philosophy
You always
of
do.
XYZ book and such. So, let us know what you guys want to see more of. My name has been Una. I'm looking forward to a great year, and I hope you consider joining us on some of these discussions. Peace.
Oh, yes. And we're already thinking about, it's never too soon for a very French Christmas, maybe. And some fun stuff along the way. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe and like button. And again, we appreciate all the support. Love you guys. Peace.